Are you constantly behind schedule in your projects? You are not alone. Many project teams globally are struggling to find correct approach to project scheduling. Today, we are going to focus on 3 things you should perform as a project manager before you even start creating project schedule. We will also mention what are the common mistakes in project scheduling. I am Dr. Project and you are watching Smart Projects, Smart Skills. Let's dive in. Okay, so what is the magic formula which can help you to create perfect project schedule? Of course, there is no any magic formula, but there are certain steps you should follow which will increase probability that your project schedule will hold, and it would be supporting you as a project manager and also your project team in delivering scope of the project. In order to achieve that goal, to have nice and easygoing project schedule, you need to focus on few activities before even creating a project schedule and before even thinking about any timeline. What are these activities? They are resources, budget, and risks. Why these 3? Because simply, without a planned budget and approved budget, there won't be any projects. The same with the resources. Without resources identified and secured, there is no project at all. And risks. Risks. Without proper risk management, risk planning and risk management in your project, it will derail sooner or later. And I did record a separate video about these planning activities. So if you would like to hear about more details about how to approach budget planning, resources and risks, you can watch this video and I will leave a link in the description. Okay, so once you have covered that, you can start focusing yourself on project scheduling. So how to approach that? What are the best practices? From my 20 plus years of experience, I can tell you the most important thing in that. So the most important thing is to avoid common mistakes in project scheduling. What are they? Okay, the first most common mistake is focusing too much on the dates. Yes, I know, it may sound very strange. Come on, Peter, how I cannot focus on the dates when we are talking about project scheduling? Let me explain. What's the probability if you are planning 6-month or 12-month long project? What's the probability that you will deliver the project and you will hit the milestones exactly at the dates you planned? Okay, I don't want to say it's 0, but this probability is very low. It is normal. We are just doing a best guess. We are estimating, but the reality will play out itself. So these dates will change anyway. Don't focus on them. Just estimate the best guess you can provide, and that's it. Don't spend too much time and too much energy on that. Instead, spend this energy on other aspects of project scheduling, which I will cover in a second. Okay, and the second most common mistake is creating two detailed project schedules. If you have dozens of tasks for every week, hundreds of tasks for every month, and 1,000+ tasks for the whole project, it can bring you to your knees. It can bring your project to its knees. And of course, there are some cases, highly complex projects in some technical niches which require this level of details. But believe me, 80% of the projects happening around the world don't need that level of details. So please remember that the level of granularity of your project schedule should be adjusted to the scale, duration, and complexity of your project. I have seen so many projects in my career having two detailed project schedules and project managers and project teams struggling every week updating these plans, because of course reality is living its own life. So reality will never adjust to your project or to your project schedule. So it was consuming so much time and energy of the whole project team to adjust the schedule, to report on all these delays, which in fact, in my view, are kind of artificial delays, because this project schedule shouldn't be so detailed in the first place. So really, please think about it. Before you will create very detailed project schedule, please think about it. Is it necessary? It just needs to be detailed enough. Okay, now we can cover the third and the last common mistake. I know many projects and project managers are doing in project scheduling. So they are approaching project scheduling activity before completing their WBS first. What is that? WBS. What does it stand for? WBS stands for Work Breakdown Structure. Okay, so work breakdown structure is nothing more than the whole project scope, all the work you need to perform in order to deliver project scope, chopped into smaller pieces. So once you have your work breakdown structure created, discussed with your project team and completed, it means that you have all your tasks which are fulfilling the whole scope of work which needs to be performed. And these tasks are detailed enough to be manageable. You have then, so first you are outlining what are the tasks required. And it's an important step to cover 100%. So all the tasks should be there. So meaning like every task should be on this list, which is required to complete your project. Once you have that, then the next step is that you are applying duration to each task by, of course, estimating that with the help of your project team. And then if you have all the tasks with assigned duration, estimated duration, then you are building dependencies with the tasks. Tasks may have hard or soft dependency. But it is extremely important, and this is extremely important activity, this creation of WBS. Once you have all of that, and by the way, it's quite time consuming, and in my projects, I was always planning a lot of time for that activity. Once you have all of that completed, then you can jump to project scheduling. Only then you can apply some dates and put it all that against the timeline. If you try to start project scheduling without doing work breakdown structure, or having just partially done, maybe I have some list of tasks, but it's not complete list, or maybe I'm not sure about the duration of some tasks, or maybe I'm not sure about the dependency between tasks, it's like it will dramatically decrease quality of your project schedule. So this was the last most common mistake, that project managers very often are not completing work breakdown structure before before applying the dates against the tasks and milestones. So when I was telling you, okay, don't focus on the dates in your project, leave this energy for something else, this is the something else. So if you have time and energy saved, please spend it on creation of the work breakdown structure. And once you have completed these first 3 activities I covered at the beginning of the video, which is budget planning, resources planning, and risk planning, when you have completed work breakdown structure and only afterwards applied some dates, which is your best estimation you and your project team can come up with, then probability that your plan is good enough to hold during even entire duration of the project, this probability is very high. And also please remember that the granularity of the plan should be adjusted to your project. And if you stick to these rules, from my experience, I can tell you that it would be a very good quality project schedule. I hope you liked this video. I am Dr. Project and you watched Smart Projects, Smart Skills. Thank you very much, good luck and goodbye.